One of the most fascinating mysteries across Canada is its lake monsters. Whether we're talking about Ogopogo in Lake Okanagan or Champ in Lake Champlain, lake monsters are a definite part of Canada's mysteries. And Quebec has its own lake monster, Memphre, in Lake Memphre-Magog. The 35-foot Memphre has been documented throughout history. However, a local historian and researcher, Jacques Boisvert, has collected data, drawings, videos, photographs, and eyewitness accounts to further attest to the proof of the existence of the serpent that they call Memphre, who resides in the waters of Lake Memphre-Magog, Quebec.
Bonjour les amis, my name is Jacques Boisvert. I'm from Magog. I'm a born resident of this place, been here all my life, and we're here today to talk to you about the sea creatures called the sea serpent of Lake Memphre-Magog by the name of Memphre. The gentleman, his name is Gérard Charlin. He lives in Ormerville, not far from here. And he phoned me up someday and he came to my office, and boy, I mean, was he excited. He said, I saw something yesterday. I said, what have you seen? Well, he said, I was fishing. I was near the Saint-Benoît-du-Lac, the abbey there. And he said, suddenly I saw on my sonar, I saw something big, and I turned around and I saw something coming out of the water. Not only said that we saw it, but we recorded on a chart of his sonar. This is what he saw was coming up, and this is the same thing coming down here. And he explained that it came up on surface and that he could see it.
Photos and video are another example of the fleeting evidence that plague the world of the paranormal, especially when investigating a creature such as a lake monster. Videos are shaky, photographs are blurry. To the believer, it's evidence. To the skeptic, it's nothing else but a log in the water or a moose in the middle of a lake.
Sometimes it's more exciting. People will want to see a lake monster and they'll look for it and they'll find something that satisfies that craving because it makes it exciting. But also basic perception is very important. I talked to an experienced bird watcher who told me that he was at Point Pelee Park with a whole bunch of other bird watchers, people who had long experience. And he saw a particular bird that wasn't supposed to be in Canada ever. And he saw it from a distance through binoculars. And other people came and they watched it. And they noted down what it was. I don't remember what the kind of bird it was. But he said as it got closer and closer and closer, they realized it was a Cessna aircraft. So when experienced bird watchers can be fooled in seeing an airplane as a bird, it's not hard to understand how inexperienced watchers can interpret a log or a shadow or something on a lake as a sea monster. And let's face it, it'd be exciting to see one. If there is a sea monster, I'd love to see it. So if I'm walking along the shores of Lake Memphre-Magog, for example, and if I really think that sea monsters exist, boy, I'd sure like to get one, get a picture of one, see one. That makes me all the more prone to suggestibility.
I was amazed a few years ago when this woman that lives in Toronto phoned me up and says that she had a video of something she had witnessed not far from where I live, near the Three Sisters Island.
She had a video camera and captured what might be the best evidence of Memphre to date. She went to Jacques and showed him the video. The tape was studied extensively, and there is no sign of fraud or any tampering with the image whatsoever. The woman sought no financial gain from the tape and did not attempt to gain any publicity from it. This tape stands as the best evidence that there actually is a lake monster in Quebec's Lake Memphre-Magog, known as Memphre.
We have over 200 sightings right now. Most of what the people would tell me would say, armed creature, snake-like, very big. They always speak about between 20 to 30 feet. And it's always seen when the lake is calm.
One of the most frustrating parts about investigating and researching a phenomenon is lack of evidence. For example, lake monsters. If they exist, how come we've never found one of their carcasses? It's very simple. It sinks to the bottom. However, the scientific community will not accept the existence of a lake monster or Sasquatch without the proof of its existence being its carcass. Some glimpses of dead creatures have actually been seen. For example, the carcass that was brought aboard a Japanese trawler. Well, unfortunately, before the scientific community could actually do its investigation on this crucial piece of evidence, because it smelled, it was released and turned back into the sea.
I don't take any hearsay, we'll say, sightings. If people tell me something, they have to sign a paper, otherwise I'm not interested in taking these sightings.
Remember the story of the coelacanth that had been thought to have been extinct for millions of years, that was recently caught off the shores of India. The coelacanth had never been caught, photographed, and yet this scientist, walking through a market in India, recognized it. Thus, an unsolved mystery of past times has been solved. And maybe one day, people like Jacques Boisvert and his investigation will come up with the clue that will prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that Canada's lake monsters really do exist.